It is Persian New Year, and today we are making a traditional Persian dish. It is Sabzi Polow Mahi, and Sabzi means herb. As you can see, I have a lot of herbs. I have coriander, about 40 grams, dill, about 40 grams of dill, parsley, about 80 grams of parsley, and I'm also going to add some chives. And my friend from my gym, Puria, gave me this amazing traditional herb from Iran. It is fenugreek that I couldn't find fresh, but he gave me this as a substitute. This recipe came from my sister-in-law. I'm celebrating Persian New Year because my sister-in-law is from Tehran, Ilham, so this is to you. And at the same time, my friend Puria says, in Iran they also make Kuku Sabzi, which is an omelette with eggs with a lot of herbs. So I'm using the same herbs as well. So let's start this celebration. The 21st of March is a specific day for humankind. It's the start of spring, and the Persians decided that, historically, to make it their New Year's Day. So let's celebrate together with mothers and the Persians, and let's make this dish right away. So the ingredients are rice, that is polo, and sabzi are the herbs, like I said, and the fish is salmon, and one of the main ingredients in the herbs is fenugreek, and I'm going to use a little bit of this from my friend Puria. And I'm celebrating New Year's Day very in a typical manner. So the pomegranates and the turquoise, and I have some pomegranates to garnish later on. And I also have some turmeric that is going to go on the fish. And of course, this is one of my most precious gifts from my sister-in-law Ilham. That is saffron from Iran, which is going to go on the rice later on. Let's keep that for later. And the first step is to soak the rice. The rice has to soak for a very long time. It has to soak for about 1 hour. And I am going to make a very small amount, and I'm going to probably cook about 200 to 250 grams of rice. So I'll pour that in. I'm measuring the rice. So that is 250 grams of rice. And it needs to soak in cool water. So I'll just add some cool water. So that is soaking in cool water. We're done with soaking the rice. Now I need to start chopping the herbs. This is dill, and dill has a great flavor and it goes very well with salmon. So now I need to chop the coriander. Coriander has a very strong lemony flavor, and I think that combination is going to be great. All right, so the next thing I'm going to chop is these parsley. Parsley has a very nice, very subtle aroma, but when you mix it with rice, fish, and then later on with the eggs, it's going to make a big difference. Okay, so I am next going to add a few chives, not the entire thing. Chives give it a bit of an oniony taste, so just a few of these. Now the chopping is done. Now I need to go rinse the rice one more time. It's been about half an hour, so another half hour for the rice to sort of soak. While the rice is soaking, I would like to prepare the fish. I'm not going to put any batter or crispy layer. I'm going to fry the fish as is. However, traditionally the Persians use turmeric. Turmeric is a potent, incredible spice, and I will just put a few sprinkles here and there. Salt, black pepper. So I'm going to put this layer like that, and it's going to absorb all the spices that I made. And that's the second piece of salmon. While the salmon is absorbing the spices on one side, I'll start my frying pan. A little bit of butter, just about a tablespoon. That's about 5 to 10 grams of butter. While the fish is on its side, absorbing the spices on that side. So I'll put another layer of spices here. So these are ready to fry right now, so I'm going to make them crispy. I will lay the skin down first. Let's do it. Yay, that sounds good. So the fish will cook on either side for about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5. I use a round so I can get more heat on the surface. I wish you can smell this. It smells so good. Okay, the salmon seems to be cooked and nicely browned and crispy. So I'm going to hold it to the side. As you can see, there's a lot of smoke, so ventilating is a good idea. So I'll transfer these. Onto the plate. So the fish is resting. It's still cooking actually because of the heat. The rice is ready, so let's drain the rice and then add it to the boiling water to start the cooking process of the rice. Very simple. So the rice will boil for about 5 to 7 minutes maximum, and I will add just about half a tablespoon of butter and then prep my herbs now. Right now I'm mixing these herbs, the dill, the coriander, the parsley and the few chives that I've put in. Nice fluffy rice. I'm only putting about 1/4 of this, and in they go. Oh, you can smell the aroma already. That is superb. So my friend told me that the best thing about cooking rice is to have a nice layer of bread at the bottom of the pan or the pot, so this can get crispy and caramelized and you know, burning. It's called tahrik. Lots of butter. This is about 3/4 of a tablespoon, and then we'll melt this. So now the butter in noisette stage, it's kind of brown. This is the point where I put this piece of bread at the bottom, and you can hear it. Now I just lay the entire lot of rice into this. I learned a trick from my sister-in-law Ilham. She said, you know, when she was a child, her mum used to put some garlic in there. So what I will do is take some of these cloves, break them, and just insert them. So this is how it looks like. I like it. So over to the fire again. Kuku Sabzi is typically an omelette. It's a typical dish of New Year's Day, Persian New Year's Day, and it's a lot of herbs. Now I'm ready to start the combination. It's about 200 to 300 grams of herbs with 2 eggs. And before I start the combination, I want to saute half an onion, and that's about 60 grams to 70 grams of yellow onion. Let's cook these onions into this pan with half a tablespoon of butter. Okay, the onions are sauteing. Now it's time to prepare the omelette mix, and I will use about 2 eggs in here. There's 1. And now I'll mix the eggs with the sabzi. I will now add the onions to this mixture. Mix it up a little. All right, the olive oil is hot enough, and I can pour this mixture all the way in, just like you would an omelette. Ooh, very pretty. So let's leave it to cook for about 5 minutes and clean our station out. While everything is cooking and grilling underneath, it's time to prepare the saffron. A trick that my friend in the gym, Puria, taught me. He said his mother taught him to put a pinch or 2, and this is 1 pinch. And his trick is to put in a cube of ice. She said to him that ice will retain the aroma of the saffron, and it will allow the saffron to release, the minerals very slowly. So what we will do is leave this to melt in the ramekin and go check on our ingredients. And now the Kuku Sabzi seems to be cooked on one side. Yep, it is. Now it's time to flip it. Here's the trick. Just put 1 plate here. Flip. Perfect. Look at this. This looks brilliant. And then slide it back in there and let it cook for about 1 minute. Everything is cooked. It's time to plate, and I'm going to flip it into this plate. Let's see how it looks like with the tahrik. Here we go. Oh, it dropped. That's a good sign. And here's the Kuku Sabzi, and I will plate it straight into this plate. I think a few pomegranates will do nicely. Well, there you have it. Here is our Sabzi Polow Mahi from Persia, and this is our Kuku Sabzi, and that is the herb omelette that I can't wait to dig into. So, Happy New Year to all my Persian friends and family, and Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers around the world, of course, and Happy Shem Nasim to my Egyptian friends. I can't wait to dig into this. This smells incredible and it looks like it's going to taste amazing. I've had it before and the first time the crew is going to have this, and I hope they like it. Let's find out. From me, Iyad, I can tell you that I can't wait to eat this. Sahte. Let's try.